Hi people, welcome to Blue UK Jazz Dance. I said to individuals, part of Rebirth of the Cause, my legacy, I wanted to share with people the lifestyle of a pioneering dancer. Because a lot of stereotypes out there about dancers. I'm a pioneer of UK jazz dance. This is my 43rd year, I'm celebrating. And I want to say to individuals, I have my own philosophy, my own psychology, my own physiology. It was something I developed from within my community, developed on the steps of my parents and my community at large, because we African Caribbean community dances to a wide genre of music, and that's one of the most important things I want to say to individuals. Part of my legacy is that we dance to a wide range of music and we have a wide range of food. And this is beautiful. I picked up this British Heart Foundation because I tried to British Heart Foundation, they've done this magazine, Brilliant Taste the Caribbean, and it was ideal because I wanted to show individuals that there's many different types of food that we eat. And as dancers, you have to understand that we have our own cuisine. Do you know what I'm saying? We have our own food, nourishment food that we eat. And it's quite funny when people come to me and speak to me. I say, we have our own culture, African Caribbean culture. And I say that from university. A friend of mine I lived with for a year, he was from Sri Lanka. And he was looking at me, I was making my Caribbean food. And he was identifying, looking at me in a strange way. He said, I thought all English people ate potatoes. And I looked at him and thought, okay, he was from Sri Lanka, his first time he's ever been to Britain. And at first I wanted to laugh, and I realised it was really serious. I said, no, what we do, we have our own food. And you have to know the Caribbean is a very big place. There's many different islands with food, you know what I'm saying? So here's like the light bites and sides, ackee and smoked mackerel, avocado and Popeye salad, yeah? Breadfruit with pickle, stir fried, yeah? You hear it here, so it's cassava mash, spicy dasheen, easy Sunday rice, pigeon peas, salad, yam and gungo soup. I tried to explain to them, we learn the cuisine and we live among different Caribbean islands. There's people from Cuba here. Yeah, I know people from Cuba. Yeah, that's right. Puerto Rico. Yep, yeah, we know some people from there. Yeah. Then you have Barbadians make the food to Grenadians different. Jamaicans make the food. Do you understand? It's important for people to understand that there is cuisine. Yeah, and I eat cuisine. We have a look. We have our featured ingredient. These are our food that we eat. Do you understand? Yeah. Boom. And it's just showing you there, it's ackee, avocado, breadfruit. Do you understand? We have our own food that we eat for our nourishment from the place that we came from. People need to understand, you need to know a lot about African Caribbean DNA and your own DNA. Where your people originally come from, they eat a certain type of food. And it's important that you eat that type of food. So you have a certain type of blood group is determined by the place you originally came from. You have to know that we have melanin and a certain food that enriches our melanin. That's the pigmentation of my skin. How am I black? And it's amazing. In context, this was really good actually. As I'm doing this and talking about food and context is, you know that young people ask you the greatest questions. As an educator, I was in a school, and a few weeks before, I learnt the reason why I was black, dark skin, because a young person, a young white person, said to me, "Where am I from?" And I said, "I'm from England or the UK." They said, "How come you're black and I'm white?" And I said, wow, I'm glad you asked that question, because last week I wouldn't be able to answer that question. Basically, is the place I originally came from. Everywhere, where everybody comes from. So where Italians come from, where Greeks come from, where Romans come from. What happens is our body acclimatizes itself to that region. So I came from a very hot country. So what happened was my physiology, my body, created a pigmentation to help me absorb the sun. So when you talk about black people and they might have large nostrils, the large nostrils was unable to inhale the heat. Do you understand? Our hair has a relationship to the land. So I told the individual, where you originally come from is the reason you look how you look. So it might have been cold in your region, you might not be sunshine, so your body acclimatizes itself to the region it comes from. Do you understand? The region where your people come from. A few weeks before, I couldn't answer that question. And it was an important question because it's a very scientific question. And I was glad I could answer that. We have our own food. And it's for individuals. As a dancer, I have my own food that I eat that gives me nutrition. And it's important when I talk to individuals about UK jazz dance. I have my own diet. So what happens is, within the dance world, people have their own diet. that is everybody's culture. I have my own cultural diet. Do you understand? And this is a beautiful magazine that I picked up, Taste of the Caribbean, vibrant African Caribbean favorites that are good to eat and good for your heart. So it's important for me to share this with you, because what happened, a lot of stereotypes years and years ago, there was a lot of stereotypes about African Caribbean food. No good, boom boom, and there were stereotypes, and individuals spread negatives about African Caribbean food deliberately because they didn't want people to respect it. But over the years, we have people start to recognize the nutritiousness in the food and how the food can be used with other foods. Anyway, Blue UK Jazz Dance is giving you insight that part of my legacy, I was the first individual to share with individuals about the taste of Caribbean, about our food and its benefits to our health and well-being.